What is up, guys? So someone asked for a reading of what does Aphrodite think of me, is what they asked, meaning the person that asked the question. So the goddess Aphrodite thinks of everyone equally, that she doesn't hate you, she has nothing against you. So I am going to ask the question for this person of what advice would Aphrodite give this person? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to give an offering to Aphrodite and then ask that question. Hail and blessings to you, great goddess of love. And we thank you today for all your advice that you would give us today. Hail and blessings to you. All right, so we're going to use the Mythic Oracle deck because that's the one that I always use. Where is it? And we're going to do it live just to show that I haven't done anything different. If you hear commentary from my cat, she just wants to comment while we do this thing. She is at my door right now meowing. So Zelda lives. Zelda lives. And just so you know what card's on the bottom in case it gets pulled again, it is 80s and Rhea is on top. So I don't know what's going to be. I just shuffle until I feel it's time to pull. And so I'll do it and record it live as we go. So hail to you, Apollon, great God of the oracles. And I thank you, great God, for any help you can help as well and give. And to Aphrodite, we ask, what advice could we give to the one asking how you feel about them? So blessings to you, great goddess. Blessings to you, great God. We thank you today. So sometimes I've noticed that it just takes one flip or one pull doing this, and it's you feel it. Okay. Yeah, okay. We'll do one more. So how you doing today? Okay. So we'll see what those are. Interesting. All right, so I had to pause it so I could find it in the book what these cards actually mean. And so I did a 3-card pull, so it's past, present, and future. So the first card that you're going to get is something in your past that represents your past. Like I said, interesting. So the first card that was pulled for representing the past is Thanatos, the death card. Okay, so what does that mean? We won't read the myth. I'll just tell you the message. So death is a constant part of life. Old cells die and new ones are born. The day comes to an end and a new one begins. So the appearance of Thanatos in your cards today signifies that a very deep personal transformation is occurring. You need to surrender something linked with your identity and a sense of self within the world. This may be a particular belief system, status, activity, relationship, grievance, or general thought pattern. Whatever it is, it has served you until now. But further progress requires that you release it. If you feel frustrated with life or the world around you, you may have been directing your attention to the wrong source. What needs transforming now is you. Your life is only a reflection of your innermost fears and beliefs. You fear losing a sense of self, but death requires you to be larger than self. That part of you are afraid to lose is based in an illusion and rooted in self-importance, identity, and your ego's basic need for comfort and reassurance. So the true essence of the self isn't lost after the removal of the ego-based attachment, but rather comes to life once they are released. Now's the time for you to release your fears and strip away your illusions and ego-based attachments so that you may step into your true essence, your true life. So next you have is Era, and that you'll see. All right, so this is your present card. is what this represents. And like I said, you have Hera. Duty is the one you have. Goddess Hera, which says duty right there. Let me move my finger a little bit more. So what does that message mean for today? It says Hera is here to remind us of the realm of duty, but the duty in question is one towards ourselves and our own personal honor code, as opposed to duty for the sake of status. When you act out of obligation to others rather than obligation to your inner self, you begin to lose life force. You become disconnected from yourself and your sense to discern what action is best in the eyes of the world, rather than doing what you know in your heart to be right. If you give your power, energy, and personal truth away, believing you are helping others, you're really only pursuing status or acceptance for yourself. This can make you angry and resentful. Every healthy person needs a personal honor code, and the courage to stay true to that code is the key to a healthy life. This is a time for you to check in on your own personal honor code. Are you violating it in any way? Have you disregarded it in order to put the needs of others before your own? This is a time for you to be honest with yourself. Stand strong in all that you believe. Stand strong in all that you believe, which plays a role in your future card. Very interesting. So stand strong in what you believe. And in your future card is Heracles, which is strength. Did you see that? Strength. Interesting. I didn't know that when I pulled these cards that it was going to say stand strong in what you believe, and here you go. Strength for your future. So it looks like you're on the right path. So let's see what it says about strength. So this card is about strength, focus, discipline, and wisdom. With these qualities, we can harness our own raw powers and use it to create what we want in our lives. If you find yourself feeling messy, undisciplined, erratic, or caught in any destructive or addictive activity, your need for instant gratification outweighs everything else. It's time for you to get organized and take every necessary action to get your life back on track. So this card tells you that it is not enough to act on pure instinct. This is a time to focus on strength, self-control, and discipline. This is a time for overriding ego-driven or childlike urges that are often based on a need for pleasure and instant gratification. This is a time for establishing your own personal power and learning to govern your life from a place within you that is clear and true. Do whatever is necessary to take back the power in your life, and this is the great time for strength. Interesting. So you'll notice in all three cards it said ego, ego, ego. So you can watch this video back and determine it for yourself, because you can understand the cards better than I can for when it comes to your life. So I did notice that every card, I want to say, had something to do with, they kept saying ego, ego. When I asked Aphrodite, we asked, what advice would she give you? And I don't know if you're putting others before yourself. It also talks about how you need to find strength in yourself and not lose yourself to others, because you can become resentful. But you hear ego and focus on self. Ego and focus on yourself and work on yourself is what it's saying also. But that's my interpretation, just because I kept hearing, again, ego was the big theme of the reading. So I don't know you personally about it, so I can't answer that question 100%, but we didn't ask me. We asked Aphrodite what advice would she give, and think about the readings in these cards. And like I said, go back and watch this video again and contemplate on what the meanings are. So the past again is Thanatos, which is death. Then we had Hera, which is duty, and Heracles, that is strength in the future. So I hope that helped, and I'll see you later, guys. Bye.